Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel Tarot C. I'm Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages, what the cards that come out in this reading for you today. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin, let's find out what cards come through, what messages come out. So the first card we have is the Seven of Wands. We do have some fire sign energy with this. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius, a Leo, or even an Aries. We have the Strength card. So we have Leo energy. And we have the Two of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Star card. So we do have some Aquarius energy with the Star card. You could also be dealing with an Aquarius. So with this Star card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being quite hopeful. I do feel like there is a sense of being quite hopeful and optimistic about where something is going to lead. I also feel like though with the Star card, this does also feel like having a little bit of some distance and being in a space where there's a hope to be able to actually kind of bridge that gap and be able to move and have an opportunity to be able to be closer. I do feel like there's a longing energy with the Star card as well, but it's very hopeful energy, and I do feel like there's a sense of also someone missing you. With the Seven of Wands showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of somebody who's kind of letting their guard down. I do feel like over time this person may have been able to actually experience a softening of their hearts. They are letting their guard down. They're letting you in. I do feel like with the Seven of Wands, if there has been any conflicts, this person doesn't want to fight with you. They no longer want to fight. This does feel like an energy of wanting to clear the air. And I do feel like especially wanting to be able to actually have that sense of being able to be more vulnerable, moving in closer, especially with the Strength card showing up over here. This does feel like a sense of patience. I do feel like you could have actually waited a lot for this person, especially if not literally. This could also be subconsciously kind of waiting for this person to come around. Do you feel like with the Strength card showing up over here, this feels like a patient and even compassionate energy when it comes to waiting on someone. I do feel like with the Strength card showing up over here, this also feels like also waiting on someone, and I do feel like there's a level of pride within that. It does feel like waiting on someone to be able to let down their defenses and getting past their pride or their need to be able to have courage in a situation that's calling for that. I do feel like with the Seven of Wands showing up over here, that feels like a sense of being able to actually get past those defenses. With the Two of Cups showing up over here, I do feel like this is a relationship. I do feel like someone wants to be able to enter into a relationship or to progress something into something deeper, such as a relationship. I do feel like with the Two of Cups, this also feels like an energy of being quite connected on a deep level, and also a feeling of being able to have something very deep in as far as a bond between yourself and someone else. But I do feel like there's commitment here. I'm going to clarify these cards. So we have the Page of Wands. We have the Five of Swords. It's in the reverse. And we have the Temperance card. We do have Sagittarius energy with the Temperance. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So this Knight of Pentacles showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of dealing with someone who does take things quite seriously. I also think that they take themselves quite seriously. But as far as the trajectory of things, they are moving at a pace that is going to allow for being able to actually get to know someone, be able to actually build something that is going to lead to something solid. And I do feel like with this Knight of Pentacles, this person may be somebody who does consider you. And I do feel like that is something that they also put into any of their actions towards you. It does feel like slow and steady progress, but it is steady. I do feel like with the Page of Wands, this does feel like an energy of a person with a desire and an intention to be able to do something. And I do feel like with this Page of Wands, this also feels like optimistic energy for the future, as well as for the next step and just the journey and being able to actually enjoy that with you. I do feel like there is a sense of kind of having a comeback with that Seven of Wands showing up over here. I do feel like it's a strong one, but it's also one that is allowing for being able to actually experience more enjoyment. And I do feel like that's as a result of being able to get past something that may have felt like a challenge from the past. With the Five of Swords showing up in the reverse, this feels like apologetic energy. There is something this person regrets, and I do feel like, especially when it comes to any way they may have treated you or anything that may have felt like a misunderstanding between the two of you, they're in a space where they're quite remorseful. I do feel like with the Five of Swords showing up in the reverse that there is an energy of wanting to be able to make a wrong right, and also wanting to be able to kind of mend some kind of conflict in the situation. I do feel like it's a strong connection, and I do feel like it's one that is also one that's going to stand the test of time, especially with that Seven of Wands showing up in the reverse. Do you feel like this person's opening up to you? This person's being more vulnerable with you. Even with the Strength card, I'm getting a more vulnerable way of connecting with someone. I do also feel like with the Star card showing up over here, there is an energy of longing for you. But with the Temperance card, this does feel like a sense of a divine union. I do feel like there's something divine about this connection. And I do feel like it is one that will never really be lost because of that. And I do feel like there's a sense of also experiencing this thing of always coming back to each other. I do feel like with the Temperance card showing up over here, this feels like a patient energy. Even with the Strength card, it's a very patient energy, but there's definitely a lot of care here. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have stay optimistic about your love life. We have romantic feelings, and this could be the one. So with the stay optimistic about your love life card showing up over here, I do feel like this is an energy about being able to really persist within a connection through hard times. With the Seven of Wands, I do feel like those could be also opportunities to be able to be brought closer, and also for being able to see this person in a more authentic light. I do feel like with the stay optimistic about your love life card showing up over here, it's also pertaining to this Page of Wands. This person's quite optimistic about the future, a future with you. I do feel like with the Page of Wands, you could be dating somebody who's younger, but there is something about this connection that's quite youthful. And I do feel like there's something exciting on the horizon for your connection. With the romantic feelings card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to actually explore something more romantic, something deeper within a connection and even a relationship. And I do feel like an expression of feelings as well with that, comes with that. And even with this Five of Swords, it feels like an energy of being able to actually express something that is something that means a lot to this person and it's been kind of weighing heavy on them. And I do feel like there's a sense of an expression, a sense of being able to hear more from this person, from a deeper part of them. But this could be the one card showing up over here. I do feel like this relationship, a relationship that comes about here, is one that's quite divine. With the Temperance card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to have something that's going to go the distance. And I do feel like there's a desire for that. I do also feel like there's action being taken towards being able to have something that's going to be more official, and also taking that to the next step. And I do feel like there's a certain level of commitment this person has in mind that they're pursuing with you. And with this could be the one, they are viewing you as the ideal when it comes to their fitting image of what a lover is, an ideal lover is, or even what is marriage material. There is a sense of actually admiring you. And I do feel like with the Star card, this also feels like a sense of looking at somebody and seeing them as something that is quite great, something that is like they are putting you on a pedestal, and also seeing you as being fitting of a position in their life that is such as the one that feels like this could be the one. So I do feel like they hold you in high regards. I also feel like there's something that this person is quite remorseful about, may have happened in the past, but there's a desire to be able to actually get past that or be able to work through that with you, and also to also not lose you as a result of anything that has been done in the past. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Cancer, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Cancer.